Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to another edition um, of my 2 cents featuring the Atlanta Falcons. This is Dino that you're listening to. If you're listening on Podbean, and if you're watching me, hello. I am on YouTube. Also follow me on TikTok as well on Away Day Sports. Day spelled DAZE. Um, and yeah, just keep up to the latest in regards to the latest football and NFL and various other sports which I'll be speaking about over the week. Like I said, it's another edition, sorry, of my 2 cents. This one is involving the Atlanta Falcons. This is kind of game which I was looking forward to more so over the weekend, considering how poor Arsenal were against Newcastle. So I was kind of hoping that this game would bring me back some sort of joy in terms of it being a good sporting weekend. And Atlanta didn't disappoint. I fully expected them to come into this game to win. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I just thought at the same time, we should be more than capable of putting a good performance together against the Dallas Cowboys team, which hasn't performed that well at all by their standards this season. Just to summarise, the score was 27-21 to the Falcons. To be perfectly honest, I think that scoreline flatters Dallas a lot. They got the ball first, if I remember. Yeah, they got no. We got the ball first. We came out a bit conservative in the first part of the game. Dallas came out and they got a field goal, but then after that, it was no for Atlanta. After that, I think Dallas really did start to show why they are a 3-4 now 3-5 team with how they've performed so far this season. Dak Prescott, he got injured in the game. CeeDee Lamb, arguably one of the best wide receivers in the league, he got injured in this game. There was no Ezekiel Elliott. There were another couple of their players who hadn't even trained, who hadn't even practiced all throughout the week, come back into this game, and he looked a bit rusty. Can't remember who it was, but I think he was playing on defense. It was, yeah, like I said, this game kind of flattered Dallas in regards to how, well, it was more of a deserving victory for the Falcons. Again, injuries came into play for them. There was a couple of situations in the game where you actually see Dak Prescott actually mouth the words "we effing suck." So if you're a Cowboys fan, then yeah, but you just that you play poor. But this is the Falcons thing, so I'm not gonna really go on too much about the Cowboys. Just to add it as well, they lost their first. That's their third game they've lost in a row. But we go back to us. I purposely waited to do this my edition of my 2 cents purely because of the game that took place yesterday. Yes, Atlanta won their game. Yes, they won, and deservedly so, and that gave us a 6-3 record. However, what I wanted to see, and the reason why I've done it today, because normally I do it after the game or day after, but because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were playing against the Kansas City Chiefs last night, I wanted to basically bring up the fact of how much of a strong position we are now in the division at this moment in time. So based upon the statistics of how things are at the moment, Atlanta at this moment in time have an 89% chance of reaching the Super Bowl, of reaching the playoffs. Sorry. So they're in a very, 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 very commanding position in the NFC South. They're 2 games ahead. They're on 6-3. Tampa Bay lost yesterday in overtime to the Kansas City Chiefs, 30 points to 24. Notwithstanding, they gave Kansas City a good game, as I went to overtime. Me myself, obviously, was hoping for a was hoping for a KC win on the basis of this stat which I'm bringing up. So because of the fact that we are now we're 2 games ahead in the division. However, it may as well be 3 games because we had the tiebreak over Tampa Bay by beating them both home and away in our divisional games this season. So again, very very commanding position right now. Even if we was to lose our next 2 and Tampa Bay won the next 2, we'd still be top of the division, which is great. However, we don't take nothing for granted. We have to still keep going. So yeah, more importantly, yeah, it's effectively a 3 game lead. In the division the division at the moment is Atlanta on 6-3 record, Tampa Bay on 4-5, and I believe the Panthers and the Saints are both on 2-7. However, the Panthers have gone above the Saints because they beat them on Sunday, so they got the tiebreak over them at the moment. So yeah, we're in a very very commanding position right now in regards to reaching the playoffs. This will be our first, if we do get to the playoffs, it'll be our first playoff appearance since 2016. So it'll be, we're getting there, and with every, again, I think I've said this a couple of weeks ago, with every passing game that goes by, this team is getting better and better. The chemistry will get better. There's, I go right back to, I believe it was the week 4 when we played the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes even came out and said, yeah, this Atlanta Falcons team is going places. They've got a really good unit of players out here. They know what they're doing. They're very very close knit. So you can see the potential. And now here we are 5 weeks later, and now we're starting to see how this team is progressing. And it's good to watch. It's wonderful to watch. It really is wonderful to watch. Obviously, we as fans, we want to see the defense. We want to see the D line pressure the quarterback a bit more to get more sacks. We actually did get 3 sacks this game against the Cowboys, which was really good to watch. Always nice to see sacks. Love seeing sacks. So it's good that we got pressure towards Dak Prescott, who he himself, he hasn't, by his standards, he hasn't been very good in the last couple of years, but he's still a dangerous quarterback who can find the plays. But we done very very well to shut him down in this game. Even though he got injured, he injured his. Well, I saw he injured his hand, and apparently he went out with a hamstring as well. So he went down, and then their aerial play kind of went out the window as well when CeeDee Lamb got injured as well. I was watching CeeDee Lamb just suffer on that field with a shoulder injury, and I thought, how is this guy still playing? The coaches should have been taking some sort of responsibility and saying, no, we got to get him out of there. But if you see your player suffering with a shoulder injury and you're a wide receiver and you're meant to be jumping up for balls and everything, you're going to be taking hits. And I would have taken him out straight away. He came out in the end, and they brought in what they brought in. But by then, to be fair, the game was probably kind of done and dusted already. And that did allow him to come back in to get it down to a score. But like I said, the scoreline really did flatter Dallas in this one. And I know what deserving winners. So just let's not take that away. Let's just remember that one. So we move on to the numbers. Kirk Cousins, 19 catches caught from 24 attempts, 222 yards with 3 touchdowns. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 19 from 86 yards. Tyler Ajayi got 6 for 18. Ray McLeod, 1 from 7 yards. And Kirk Cousins got 4, but he had -11 because I know there was a couple of plays where he did try to rush and he got pushed back a bit. So that don't really mean anything as long as it's Bijan getting the numbers. Bijan had a very very good game yesterday, on Sunday. Sorry, the running play was very very well, really well done. Receiving, Darnell Mooney, 5 5 catches for 88 yards. Bijan got 7 for 59 yards. Ray McLeod 3 for 28. Drake London got 2 for 27. Carl Pitts got 1 for 11. Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, and Drake London got three touchdowns. Got 1 touchdown each for themselves. So well done to the boys there. Yeah, those are the figures there. If I just move on to, I'm gonna go to the defense now, because like I said, there was a good few things that happened on defense, which is actually something that we need to read out. So yeah, Kellen Ellis, he got a sack, which was great. And there was a couple of other sacks as well. One I believe was from Grady Jarrett as well. Grady did go out in the game. They did say that he had an Achilles problem. So when I saw Achilles, I thought, oh gosh, I hope it's nothing too serious. But apparently he just got taken out on a precaution, so he should be okay. Drake London went down in the second quarter with a hip injury, but I think that's just a knock as well. That's just a precaution. So these two guys, I think they should both be back, hopefully for next week's game against the New Orleans Saints, who I believe are playing. So that'll be an interesting game as well. But it's great to see. Going back to it as well, it's great to see. Kirk Cousins again, doing very, very well. He's come in and he's really brought a good balance into that in that offense. The offensive line, still a bit of chips in the work, but like I said, they're getting better with every game. We just got to keep going with it. We're doing very, very well. It's looking more and more promising, I have to say. We got like I said, we have a game next week. We travel to New Orleans next week. We beat them 26-24 back on September 29th. In terms of injuries, like I said before, Grady Jarrett left the game with Achilles strain. Troy Anderson left with a knee injury. And Drew Dunn has now missed 6 games. Drew Dunn has missed 6 games in a row. So we've got some injuries there in terms of been building up. So conclusion, because this is a short one. Very, very good play for the team. Very well worked. Good on the ground. Excellent in the air. They're getting better and better. I don't think we can some of us as Falcon fans, we can always look for things that we're not going to be happy with. But you know what? We're top of the division. We have the tiebreaker over all 3 teams in the division. What can we ask for? It's looking very, very promising. It's looking very strong. The team's looking good. I believe Coach Morris is really doing well, getting the team drilled and ready for game day when game day comes. We have some tough games coming up. Make no mistake. There are a couple of games in the schedule which I think are going to give us a big challenge. One of them being against Minnesota, which would be a tough game, and I believe the other one is, I can't remember who else we're playing, but I know Washington. We've got the Commanders. Sorry, both of those games I believe are away from home. So those are the 2 games which I look at and think, okay, those will give us a good challenge. I think with how we are, I feel we're more than capable of giving these teams a challenge. I think we can look at them and say, okay, we are where we are, and they are where they are. But we can look at it and think, okay, the Vikings and the Commanders, they're going to be tough games where we could lose, but then they could be thinking the exact same thing. These teams may not want to be facing against the likes of Bijan Robertson and Drake London and Carl Pitts. They don't want to be playing playing against weapons like that because they cause you problems. But but like I said, we're improving. In our passing, we're sixth in passing. We're in the middle of the pack in terms of rushing, but overall we have the eighth best offense in the league. So I think we always knew that it was going to be a case of if a team scores 4 touchdowns, we'll score 5. So I think we always knew that it was going to be like that going into the season. But in the next few years, I think this Falcons team is going to be really, really up there, and people are really going to be looking at us saying, okay, this team should be challenging for this. But one step at a time, one step at a time. You got to crawl before you can walk, as they say. So we'll see. But anyway, next week coming this week, got New Orleans. We'll see how that goes. Another big game against that lot. So F the Saints, as they say. As my people say. But yeah, let's go into it. Let's get another win and let's keep it going. But anyway, guys, that's another edition of my 2 cents involving the Atlanta Falcons. You're listening to Dino on Podbean. If you're watching me on YouTube, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Keep a lookout as well for the next couple of episodes as well in regards to Arsenal once again, and also to the latest results around the rest of the sporting world, particularly in basketball and in hockey. We'll also be speaking about the World Series, just bring up the results from the World Series, as well as Formula One and other various sports as well. So do stay tuned, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Take care.